What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds, where today we're going to talk about the 1968 Pontiac Tempest. That's right, it was not a GTO. We're going to talk about that too. It was not a GTO. It was not a Le Mans. It was a 1968 Pontiac Tempest. Why do I say was? Because I sold it. I did. I sold it. And I lost a ton of money on that car. How much money did I lose on that car? This one I'm actually, losing money happens pretty regularly. This one I didn't expect to lose this much money on. And I'm genuinely upset with myself over this. This was a big loss, almost $10,000. So let's just start out with how much total did I have in the car. I paid $18,995 for it. Okay, that's how much I paid at the bank. Bought it straight up cash money. Didn't take out a loan or nothing. Okay, this came out straight out the bank account. I paid $18,995 for this car. I put some parts into it. As you guys know, you were there, you saw me. I put tires and stuff. By the time we were done, we had a total investment into this car of $20,369.53. That's everything. That's title and tags and all that good stuff. Now, how much did I sell it for? I sold it for $12,000. Yeah, $12,000. That is a loss of $8,369.53. Now, here's where it gets good, right? The YouTube revenue, right? The YouTube revenue had to have set that off, right? We came out on top. No, guys, I only made 3 videos. I only made 3 videos on the car because the videos weren't doing really well. Now, here's the irony in that. The irony in that statement is that now that the car is sold, for whatever reason, the very first video I did that said buying a fake GTO, or I spent $20,000 on a GTO and it's fake, whatever that was, okay, that was clickbait. 100%. I knew from the very beginning that was not a real GTO. It was not listed as a GTO. That was just to get views. I'm sorry. I know some of you get really mad over clickbait. I don't do it often. That was clickbait. Obviously, I knew that I wasn't buying a genuine GTO convertible for $18,995. That car would have been $30,000, $40,000 if it was a real GTO. Come on. I know better. And there's a lot of people that said you should have known it wasn't a GTO because it had the chrome front bumper. Wrong. Wrong. Believe it or not, a lot of those GTOs, when they were coming out with that Endura plastic type front bumper that was color matched to the car, a lot of people didn't like it. They didn't like that plastic bumper. They didn't think that it was durable. Endura. They didn't think it was going to be durable and hold up. It was actually a factory option to remove the Endura bumper. Now, if you did that, you automatically lost those, they used to have those hide headlights, those hideaway headlights. If you went back with the metal bumper, you automatically lost the hideaway headlights. A lot of people also said, because it doesn't have hideaway headlights, it's not a real GTO. Wrong again. It was literally a factory option to remove the Endura bumper or Enduro bumper and go back to the metal one. You could actually have a legitimate GTO with a metal bumper. Now, a lot of other things, the hood scoops, for instance. Okay, obviously, it didn't have the hood scoops. It should have. No hood scoops, not a GTO most likely. The grill also said Pontiac. It should have said GTO. These are things I already knew because it was never listed as a GTO. So again, please accept my sincerest apology for clickbaiting those of you that got really heated in the comment section over me buying that car. Now, I still felt like that car was a good price for what it was. Honestly, I really did. I thought it was a good price. So we lost $83.69.53 on it. How much did we make up in YouTube revenue? Okay, the first video I did stating that was a fake, that I bought a fake GTO, did $1,637.56. Hey, that's not bad. I'm going to tell you right now, that's not bad. Okay, $1,637.56. The second video I did, which I think was like everything wrong with my GTO or Tempest, that video did $1,067.29. Not bad. Video number 3, however. Video number 3 is when I decided to sell it. $571.46. That's it. By video 3, interest in the car on the channel had plummeted to a point where I realized I was not going to make any money from video content on this car at that point moving forward. So I needed to sell it before I ended up putting more money into the car that I would not be able to recoup from YouTube. So I decided to make an executive decision and dump the car. And I dumped it for $12,000. So how much are we out after all the YouTube revenue? We are still out $5,093.22 loss. Now, am I super upset about it? No, I'm really not. I'm not super mad about it. It hurts for sure, but at the end of the day, remember, I get to write this off as a loss on my taxes, okay? At the end of the day, this is going to be taken off of my taxes. And speaking of taxes, I have a lot of people ask, like, how much do you make on YouTube? How much you got to pay in taxes? I'll jump into that real quick. It's not going to take long. Okay, I've been making about $25,000 a month for at least 4 months in a row now. The numbers have been very solid between $23,000 and $25,000 a month. Okay, very, very stable income. I know exactly what to expect. And I know that sounds like just bukus of money, right? And it is to some extent. I'm the same guy that started working at Burger King in 1995 at $4.25 an hour and was bringing home something like $30 a day before taxes. So yes, bringing in about $300,000 a year, yeah, that's very impressive. Now, at the same time, it's important to keep that in perspective. I'm at the bottom of the YouTube food chain here. Okay, there are people with million-plus subscriber channels. Plenty of them out there that I'm sure make a ton more than I do. So in the big scheme of things, yes, for me, I'm making really good money and I'm very satisfied with it. I'm happy with it. I'm not greedy. I got to have more. I'm happy with where I'm at in life. But there are other YouTubers out there doing far better than me. And that's fine. I wish everybody nothing but success. I'm just going to continue doing me on this channel. Now, that $5,093.22 will be written off on my taxes as part of my loss from the car lot. Now, it gets a little confusing, but I'm just trying to keep it very simple here. Everything that I do, whether it's YouTube, sponsorships, the car dealership, anything, whatever it is all under the umbrella of one business name, okay? So at the end of the year, the way my taxes work, I may lose $20,000 in car sales, okay? That's fine. That $20,000 in car sales comes out of the $300,000 I made in profit on YouTube. Obviously, everything on YouTube is a profit, right? All the money that comes in from YouTube, that's a profit. All the money that comes in from sponsorships, that's all a profit. There's no loss there. So you take all your profits and you take all your losses from your car sales as well as losses from business expenses, and there's a lot of those every year. You know, I do buy tools and I buy computers and camera equipment and stuff every single year. You take all the stuff you spend money on for your business and you take it out of what you made for your business, and what you have left is hopefully not at what's called a net operating loss, an NOS. You don't want that. I never have that. At the end of the year, after deducting everything, I come out with about $175,000, $180,000 a year that I can say I made, that I honestly made on my own, you know, after it's all said and done. It's a big difference between that and $300,000, right? So yes, $25,000 a month is really good money, but there's a lot of money going out into these cars, into all kinds of other stuff. That's not just all mine to keep. And how much do I have to pay the IRS? Well, that's a damn good question. And I can tell you last year, I shelled out almost $30,000 between the IRS and the state of Oklahoma. Okay, the IRS was 20-some thousand, and I think the state of Oklahoma was like 20,000. The IRS was like $24,000, and the state of Oklahoma covered up the difference. So, you know, another $4,000 or so, $5,000 to the state of Oklahoma. The rest of it went to our IRS. So you're looking at about $30,000 what I got to pay out every year in taxes. It varies, but somewhere around there. I'm giving you a rough number. It's not written down on a paper, and I'm not going to go look up exactly what I had to pay in taxes. But it's important, if you're going to be starting a YouTube channel, you better be taking the money out for your taxes. You absolutely better, because my first real year of making real money on YouTube, I had not thought of that. I did not put money aside for it. And when I realized how much I owed the federal government and the state of Oklahoma, I was in bad shape. But I got that all squared away and taken care of. And, you know, it's one of those things, nobody likes paying taxes. Just, it's your duty, right? As an American citizen, as someone that was born and raised here and enjoys all the freedoms that the country, well, still has to offer anyway, it is my duty to pay my share of taxes. So I could sit here and complain about it, yet it is what it is. And that also doesn't take into consideration things like health insurance. I can tell you this, my health insurance runs about $580 a month. Jessica's health insurance is about the same. I think hers is a tad bit cheaper than mine, like $540 or $550 a month. So I mean, we're shelling out an extra $1,000+ a month just in health insurance alone. So while I do make good money on paper, there's a lot of things that come out of that, and that number drastically drops from $300,000 a year, you know, into the 170s. But still, I'm very happy with that. I'm comfortable with that. I'm not trying to be greedy. I don't need to go out and get more. You know, other channels do better than me. I'm happy for them. There are other channels that aren't where I'm at yet. They'll get there hopefully, and I'm happy for them too. But for me, it's about being happy with who I am, what I do, and where I'm at. So yes, sometimes you take a loss. Okay, sometimes you take a $5,093 loss. As long as you don't do that very often, you'll be all right. And just remember, at the end of the year, it's a tax deduction, man. It's a tax write-off. So there's a little bit of change that I don't have to give the government next year. With that, I'm going to get out of here though, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the thumbs up button. If you didn't, go ahead, hit the thumbs down button. Drop your comments down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're not currently subscribed. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Auto Auction Rebuilds. Until next time, stay safe out there, everybody. I look forward to seeing you all again very soon in the next one.